Hi there, this is Mrs. Rusnak. Today I'm going to show you how to do range of motion for shoulder. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put hand sanitizer on, rub this on all surfaces, make sure it's dry. Then I'm going to go in and greet the resident and introduce myself. Hi Mrs. Bauer, how are you?
I'm good.
Good, I'm Amy, I'm your STNA. I was going to go ahead and do some range of motion exercises on your shoulder. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to make sure that this is Mrs. Bauer, which it is. And Mrs. Bauer is laying on her side, so it is ideal when you're doing range of motion to have them laying on their back, which is known as supine. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Mrs. Bauer, can you lay on your back, Mrs. Bauer? And I want to make sure that the resident has good body alignment. One way to check that is to come to the bottom of the bed, make sure that she is straight, and then we know that she's ready to go for range of motion. Next thing I'm going to do is pull the side rail up because I'm going to raise the bed up to mid-thigh level, because it's easier on my back. And just as a safety precaution, you put that opposite side bedside rail up. So we're going to go ahead and do this. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fan fold the sheets back. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and pull the privacy curtain because I'm going to expose the resident. Fan fold the sheets back. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and take your one arm, and for testing purposes, you only have to do one side of the body. Normally, if you're doing range of motion, you would do both sides, obviously, but for testing, only one side. So I'm going to hold her arm at the wrist and at the elbow, and the first exercise I'm going to do is called flexion and extension, and I'm going to do 3 sets of that. Okay, so we're going to take the arm above her head as far as it can go. Some elderly people, this is very difficult for. They don't have the flexibility in their shoulders anymore. So this one is flexion. This one is extension. All right. And if they wince or they are grimacing like they're having pain, you're going to want to stop this. And also you're going to want to ask the resident, are you feeling any pain?
No.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and do 3 sets of that, flexion and extension. The next thing I'm going to do, the next exercise is called abduction and adduction. Abduction, I think of when a child is abducted from their parents, they're taken away from their parents. So abduction is when you're taking the arm away from the midline of the body. So I'm going to hold her arm at the wrist and at the elbow, and I'm going to go ahead and go abduction and then adduction. Abduction, adduction. Are you feeling any pain? Abduction, last set, and adduction. Okay? How's that feel?
Feels better.
All right. All right, so is there anything else I can get for you?
No.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. Do you want to just stay in bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's your call light if you need it. I'm going to go ahead and open the privacy curtain, lower the bed. A little tangled here. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the side rail down. All right, if you need anything, you give us a call, okay, Mrs. Bauer?
Okay.
And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sanitize my hands. Thank you.